everybody. How are we doing? Mr. Flint back at it again for some awesome racing here tonight for lovely Tier 3 and on the console platform as always for WOR. And joining me today is the lovely and wonderful SJ, and it's his first time commentating for WOR. SJ, how you doing? And welcome in, buddy. And how are you feeling today?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Forward to it, actually. Obviously, WR, massive league, Japan as well. A very, very interesting track. Mainly the turn one, in regards to all that sector one. That's where it's going to be at the moment. But yeah, looking really, really forward to it, and yeah, can't wait to get started with yourself today.
That's absolutely awesome to hear, and yeah, I believe you'll like the racing we have tonight within Tier 3 console. No, it can be side-by-side action, very, very, very close wheel to wheel, and little bits and bobs like that. But heading over to the standings very, very, very quickly, Dan is leading the way by around about 115 points, and then you got Nino in the McLaren with about 80 points, so they're kind of separated by 35 points at the moment as we head into round number 9 of Japan. We'll see how they get on today, because we know Dan and Nino are two very quick drivers within this league, so we'll see if Dan can take another win again, or if Nino could come through on victory and score a lot more points to challenge Dan towards the end of this season. But before we find out, it's probably Silverstone to confirm if Dan has won it, or it depends how he does today. He could win it today, but I'm not too sure of my calculations. But nevertheless, anything can happen, which is very, very exciting. And then other bits and bobs going on with drivers like Zorzo in the Mercedes team in P3 in the driver standings right now is 68 points. And then, yeah, so other teams left, right and centre, chilling, vibing, and just trying to put pressure on some of the drivers within the league. And then as we make our way down to the constructors of the team's constructors, shall we say, McLaren 119 points at the moment as we head to round number 9 of Japan. Aston Martin in a comfortable lead, or second shall I say, of 94 points. So the top two once again separated, not by far, by around about 25 points. So like I said, we'll see how we get on today and see if McLaren could outscore Aston Martin, or if Aston Martin could outscore McLaren. We'll see what happens. But we're in the lobby, and SJ, any tips or any anything you want to tell us about the track that anyone might want to know while watching the stream?
The first one is obviously turn one. You're coming down that main straight, and obviously you've got that lovely loop going all the way around as well. And then you've got to really watch the curves here in Japanese Grand Prix. It's one of those ones where if you get a little bit too much on the curb, you can lose the back end and you can spin very, very easily. And then when you're coming up into going into sector 2, you're obviously coming through the lovely billboard right top, then you've got the nice little hairpin there, so that's probably where you're going to see a lot of guys try and make that overtake, maybe on the right hand side, trying to go around the long way, and then obviously you've got the big straight right at the end to 3 as well, where you're probably going to see a lot of overtakes there as well, coming to that nasty tight hairpin into sector 3, then going on to the next part of the DRS onto the final grid straight. So yeah, I think there's plenty of places to overtake, but I think most of the action is going to be very, very close to that sector 1 area at the moment.
You know what? I could not disagree anymore, and that's what we love to hear and see. You know, we want to see overtaking to be a challenge, and oh my goodness, I was actually riding on board there with the Haas of Zoe, and he just went completely off. So that before would be a highlight on the stream to watch back, but he just completely went straight on there, which was a bit scary at turn number 9 there. So I'm glad he kept out the barriers, and the car is still managing to go around the track, and yeah, that's what we love to see. But drivers now leaving the track, and yeah, Williams on track. You got the Aston Martins on, the McLarens coming on the track and stuff like that. SJ, would you like to do the honours with the Haas of Zoe and take us on a lap when he starts his lap around Japan?
Sure, no problem. He is just warming up those tyres now. Coming through the last couple of corners, as you can see, that lovely windy bit there coming in, easing off a little bit. Hopefully doesn't track in front of him. And here we go. He's going to the curb there a little bit, comes out on the exit, and he's just about to start. As you see, getting up as much as he can, hitting the DRS, coming down the main, around about 330k, trying to keep it really, really getting on the curb nicely. Curb coming out. Then does he ride the curb coming into sector 1? Yes, he does, but he's going to be so careful not to lose it. Taking it very nicely so far. Weather conditions are going to be cold on the track at the moment, so hopefully it's going to heat up. As you can see, nice little cast. Now be coming into sector 2, as you can see, coming through the billboard in about 3, 2, 1. Through there, coming into the lovely hairpin into sector 2, where this will probably where most of the overtakes will happen. Such a clean lap so far, getting an exit onto the curb now, trying to get as much acceleration as possible, not riding curves there, dropping into the 100, then to the 50, a little bit of traffic in front of him, going out too wide there on the exit, coming out, a little bit of traffic in front of him, doesn't get a slipstream there. Now it's pedal to the metal. Car in front of him, he will get the slipstream there, coming out 34, 32, 31% of the ERS, way down, coming in, dropping up to the hairpin on the exit, riding the curb, coming out sector 3, oh, and he's decided to pit there, so maybe not happy with that lap, Flynn.
Maybe not indeed, but I'm just going to put you back in the lobby because my game has decided to remove me from the lobby, which is absolutely fantastic. But no, that was a lovely onboard, I must say, SJ. But yeah, he didn't have a bad Sector 1 or Sector 2, shall I say. But like he said there, near the end of his lap, he decided to back off, which was, I wouldn't say surprising, but I don't know, it's just weird because obviously he was on a pretty good lap, and then it just surprises me that he just decides to completely, you know, just bail out. You know, I believe it's, like I always say to every single driver on the track, it's always good to, you know, set the best lap time you can as you bank a lap to see what kind of lap time you can produce. So now the pressure's on because he's only wasted 1 set of tyres at the moment. He's still got 2 more sets left. But yeah, I think he should have still set the time to see what his banker could have been. And Rev Caterpillar across the line at 127.5, and then Luca P2 at 127.7. So times starting to pile in now as drivers are finding grip on the track ever so slightly, as you said. Track is going to be quite cold at the moment as it's a bit of an overcast at the moment. So it may help tyre temperatures a little bit often, but Nino across the line at 126.9. Who else can come across the line now? Maybe an Alfa Romeo who has... oh, no mind, they've invalidated on the lap time. That's a bit of a shocker there from Justin.
I want to interrupt you, though, Flynn, as you may have just left, but there was a big situation there with ADT Daniel and WOR Dara actually coming together in Sector 3, and both out of qualifying. One in the Williams and one in the Alpine. Just giving you an update there, because you may have missed that. But I'll just want to let you know.
No, I believe I did miss that, so I appreciate for letting me know. But that's not ideal for those two drivers coming together within qualifying. So maybe the stewards might be busy already after this race is done with a report coming in. But yeah, that is not ideal at all. And I've left the session again.
Oh, that's not happening for you tonight, I'm afraid. Zoptix is out on an out lap.
I have no idea what is going on. This is the game. I'm like, I'm joining the lobby, I'm then leaving the lobby, going back to my camera, then joining back, this, that, and that. I've got no idea what's happening tonight. The lobby must be picking its moments, shall I say.
Well, I'll cover Flynn while he gets back in. So Zoptix is on... Got FRT Justin 4292 on a lap at the moment, coming through into Sector 1, and I think he's actually invalidated already before he even gets out, so that's unfortunate for him. So he's going to start again. ETA antagonized, he's now coming around. I think the final couple of corners now does seem a little bit slow there, probably going to the pits. Yes, he does, and obviously Harvey, but Zoptis is on a lap. Gentlemen, he has gone at it again. Obviously, last time he pitted, and obviously there is a situation there. TVF10, David, has actually got a 5-grid place penalty. So something's been going on there. A little bit of confrontation with some of these drivers. Obviously, ADT Danielle out, WR Dara coming together, and now TF10 with a 5-place grid penalty. And Flynn, you back in?
Yes, I am finally back in once again. I am looking in the Discord chat, and I believe we will be getting a restart after the qualifying is done and dusted, to get a new host in, because I think the host that we're with right now is not as strong as it normally would be. So it'll be a bit of a restart after the qualifying is done. So there will be a little bit of a few minute wait, but that shouldn't take too long. Oh, there's another driver out of the qualifying session. It's Zorzo retired in the pit lane. Interesting, with a few more minutes of qualifying to go. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out for. And it's happened to me again.
Yes, it's migrated the host. So
Yeah.
I'd say, are we going to run the qualifying, or are we going to be completely restart it?
I'm not too sure. Left, obviously, once again, as we saw right there. Yeah, bear with. I'm having a look now to see what is exactly going on. I can't see anything
cover Flynn.
just yet.
I'll cover you again.
That's fine.
FRT Justin on an outlap. Caterpillar on an outlap. Brando across the 26.726 pushes him up into P3. Obviously at the moment is Drobel 276 with a 26.547, so pretty close between those top three at the moment. Only between a little 2.5 tenths of the lap times at the moment, but a few of the guys coming out, still quite a lot of in qualifying. Around about 9 minutes left, and as you can see, still a little bit of overcast weather here, so the track temperature will start to heat up longer throughout the duration of the qualifying, but a lot of guys on track, which is going to be interesting, because obviously it is all about that turn one, and we should have back in a second, which I'll take it over to you in a sec. But yeah, a lot of guys on an we got coming round to start a time and to improve. Let's have a look. Just checking on at the moment, and we're going to have FRT Luca in the Ferrari. At a 1:27.796, so a little bit of a difference between him and his teammate Drobel there. Drobel in P1 at the moment, like I said, with a 26.547, and his teammate literally a second off him at the moment. So Flynn is back in, which is great, but just on board with FRT Luca at the moment. Flynn, do you think he's going to be able to get close to his teammate at the moment?
I mean, it's a bit of an interesting one, because Ferrari this season, they've had their ups and downs. They've come together in qualifying, they've come together in races, which isn't ideal. But I say Luca, he has the race pace. He just needs to show it and have no cars in front of him or behind him to put pressure on him. And I've left the lobby again. It is just not going my way today.
No, that must be extremely frustrating. No pressure. I'll run it again. Sector 2. Just trying to see his time at the moment. Luca, let's have a look. What's he going to be doing? Is he going to be down? He's coming up this lovely long straight, which is literally flat out low on the fuel and way down on his time. So I don't know what's happened there. I don't know if that is a problem with the time there. Is a 23 coming into sector 2. Oh, he's actually taking extremely wide there. Curve, and he'll go straight into the pit, so it doesn't improve there. But who else is on the lap at the moment? Is 2D going to be able to improve his lap? TFN 10 2D there, 1:26.699. Let's have a look in that sector 1 while we have lost Flynn again. Apparently his game is not deciding to run properly with the comments there, MKS. But let's have a look at 2D at the moment in the Red Bull. And sector 1, is he going to be up or down on his time? He's actually up on his time. There's pretty good by him. A 10th up on his time, which he will overtake Drobel at the moment. But Drobel is on a time, so where is his time sitting at the moment? With 6 minutes to go in quali. He's now dropping into sector 2, coming up into sector 3. Let's have a look at his time. Has he improved? Has he not? He's up on his time by 2.5 tenths, and 2D is still up on his time. So Drobel is going to cross the line low on fuel. Pit, is he going to take it? Let's have a look. Makes a little bit of a mistake there. Oh! Into the gravel. 2D is coming around the last couple of corners in sector 3. David gets the pole at the moment with 496. 2D coming around the last couple. Trouble. He's coming around the last corner, doesn't make the mistake that Trouble did. Crosses the line, goes pole with a 1:26.299 currently at the moment. So 1 and a 4. Over to you, Flynn, if you're back in.
Unfortunately not. No, I believe I'm going to sit tight and wait for qualifying to be done and dusted, which is a bit annoying, but it happens. So yeah, we'll try and figure out what happens. Hopefully the lobby restart will fix a few things. If not, then I've got literally no idea what will happen. But I don't know what's going on. You know, the lobby's just deciding, you know, it doesn't want to have me in it, so it's going to keep you know, disconnecting me, rejoining me, and then disconnecting me. So yeah, off to a fabulous and fantastic start. How many minutes of qualifying is remaining, SJ?
At the moment we've got yellows in sector 3, so I'm not seeing the time, so I'm just waiting for him to come up. Just wait for that to disappear. I'd say it could be around about 4 minutes, but it's still there at the moment, so yeah, which is difficult for me to work out how much is left. 4 minutes 27 currently with TF10 2D in pole and TF10 David in P2 and Drobel in P3 currently.
It's not too bad. I'm surprised that Dan's not up there, so let's see what happens. But yeah, that is true, MK. We'll have a new lobby restart after qualifying is done. Maybe this will fix the issue. I'm hoping it'll fix the issue because this has never ever happened to me before. I've never had to join a lobby and, you know, then go into a lovely and exciting qualifying session and then all of a sudden, yeah, just leaving, then joining, leaving, joining, leaving, joining. I'm not too sure what's going on. I don't know what it is within the lobby, but the lobby just doesn't want me there today. So hopefully, fingers crossed, a lobby restart will fix the issue. If not, I have absolutely no idea what will happen. I'm not too sure. Maybe I can't continue the stream, or it can't. The stream like basically can't go on. The race will go, but the stream can't. You know, like I said, this has never happened to me before, so I don't know what to expect, and I don't know what the outcome is. I don't know if you have any ideas, the SJ, or what might be happening, but no, I've got no clue. I'm speechless. I just have nothing.
Currently at the moment, I don't, unfortunately. Obviously, I've had a problem with one of my commentators in league, and it just kept kicking him out every time. Yeah. So I don't know if it's because of the new patch.
Oh no.
Some people have had problems. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm sure if you need to let me get a screenshot of these guys, just let me know, and I'll send it over to you.
No, that's fine. Yeah, that should be all good. But yeah, I guess we'll hand it over to you once again, and let me know if there's anyone on track or what's going on. But
look at that! I'm in the limelight. Fortunately, not for those reasons, but we'd love to have Flynn in here to taking us away with some of these guys. But yeah, I'll try and keep you up to date with some of the action, and it's really unfortunate. Hopefully, we can get the situation resolved for you, Flynn.
Yes, that would be quite nice to get it resolved, and you know, like I said, it would be nice to get everything fixed and sorted. But also happens with not many more moments of qualifying to go. So yeah, I want to see Dan up there. I want to see Dan, and I want to see Neil up there. You know, because obviously those two are quite close in the championship by around about 35 points. So I want to see them try and narrow it down and make it exciting towards the end of the season. But yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we should be back in the lobby shortly. Once qualifying is done and dusted, we'll get a new lobby. Harvey will be the host, and hopefully, just hopefully, I will not get any more issues. If I do, then yeah, I don't know what will happen. I didn't know a patch could affect the issues, shall I say. I didn't know that was a thing. No idea.
Well, I'm sure we'll get it sorted. But 1 minute 15 to go. A lot of guys. Justin, he is on a lap at the moment. He's coming into sector 1. We've also got FRT Luca. He's gone onto the grass, making mistakes, and yeah, taking a very long way there. I don't think he's going to be able to improve, so he's going to be done. And he's sitting in P12 at the moment. Yeah, there you go. He's retired. FRT Harvey coming around. He's sector 1 at the moment. Just going to go back up to FRT Justin, who's actually gone off the gravel in sector 1 there, coming through the tunnel section, and for him, so his probably quality is going to be completely done if he can get round. Rev Caterpillar, he now coming round in Sector 1 as well in that lovely green Aston Martin here. His teammate F as well. So can these guys improve? That's going to be the question. He's coming into Sector 1 now around the lovely windy chicane there. Then coming into his time. He's actually down there. So improving at the moment. What about his teammate who is in P13 at the moment? No, he's actually involved. Qualifying is done, so let's go all the way back. Trying to just double check now. We're going to go on board the AlphaTauri of FRT Justin, who has invalidated as well. He'll stay in P9, and who else do we? Other Tootie, who's retired. He's happy with his time of a 1:26.299. We've got David, who is in the AlphaTauri, who is 2.5 tenths up. Could take pole here currently at the moment. A lot of guys retiring. A night. Here we go. David coming around the last couple of corners. Is he going to be able to pip Tootie? Yes, he does with a 26.219. Trouble, he is. And he goes into the out of quali, staying in P3. NLR Rudy P4. Time he can probably be the only one that can take TF10 do it off qualifying. No, he is waiting. Sasha Andre finished P5. Brando is down on his time as well, so he's going to stay in P6. Nino has finished. Justin has finished. Rover's finished. He is too much on his time. He crashes on the final lap as well. Dutty Pico seems to be way off his time, so TF10, David and Tootie and Drobel will take away your top 3, Flynn.
There we are, thank you very much. And yeah, it sounded like, that sounded like a very exciting and awesome qualifying, to watch and be a part of. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there to experience the feeling. But no, that did sound quite exciting. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, this lobby restart will fix things. If not, then I've got no clue. But SJ, thank you very much for letting us know and keeping us updated with what was going on the track and bits and bobs like that, really.
No drama. Big news though, I don't know if this is a glitch or a problem, but TF10 has a 5 grid placement lead from P1. So I don't know what the situation is there, but I'm sure we'll get it sorted as soon as possible.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I love to hear within this stream. Hopefully it will be fixed. And we've got MK saying, it feels like hearing a race on a radio like people used to do before TV was common. That is very, very true. Unfortunately, I didn't want to rejoin back to the lobby, and Zach was right there in the chat. There's no point joining back, I don't want to distract any of the drivers, so literally, I came back, 3 or 4 times. I thought, you know what, there's no point joining again, so I've just sat here, chilling, looking at the standings, keeping me updated with myself on that, looking in the Discord to see what's going on, the updates with that, regarding that stuff, and just really chilling, vibing, listening to SJ with his commentating, and a very exciting end to qualifying. Now we're just going to play the waiting game and pretty much wait for Harvey to set a new lobby up so we can get back in there and crack on. And yeah. But what was the weather like? Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we're seeing. Weather. Oh, it's wet conditions. Lovely.
Yeah.
That's what
I was
like
going to say
see.
anything. Didn't know if that was going to happen or not, but yeah, I was just still in the lobby and yeah, pouring down at Suzuka. So
I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
it's going to be exciting.
even more tough for the drivers.
Yes, indeed. That's what I love to see. We've got the amazing wet conditions with us once again for this race, so that'll be quite interesting because I know a few drivers are really, really, really good in the wet, but a few aren't. So we're going to see a lot of driver skill. Obviously, no DRS with the rear wing open, so it'll be about battery saving around the track, and also be about just who has the better race pace in the wet conditions. But whilst we're getting this lobby restarted, I'm going to play a few adverts and then we'll be right back. Hopefully, once the lobby is up and we're back in, we should be able to have a stable connection and stay within the lobby. If we don't, then I have no idea what's going to happen. So I'll see you guys at a few. Me, Mr. Flynn, with you in a few mementos. Ka-chow! Back once again, the lobby obviously being restarted and sorted out, so there'll be a few mementos. Mr. SJ, let me know then, as I was having issues with not being able to get into the lobby, how was qualifying for you, and what drivers would you potentially see sitting and vibing on that podium possibly today within wet conditions?
Yeah, no. It was interesting actually. There's a little bit of obviously conflict there, obviously with the two guys that came together in qualifying, and obviously Dobell crashed at the end as well. But the TF10, he looked pretty quick. Obviously, have got that little bit of controversy. Is that 5 grid place penalty going to stand? That will move him down. Obviously, it looked like a very quick qualifying as well. But currently at the moment. The Red Bulls are looking good. I think it was P2 and P4, I think it was, so looking really promising. I can't say too much because I don't know the driver's stats. It's looking really good, and obviously with the wet conditions as well. Obviously, even the first part. Sector 1, you could even slide around there, so it's going to be very interesting to see how those guys actually take Sector 1 coming into the momentum of the race.
Oh yeah, 110%. We're going to definitely see what happens with regards to racing, wheel-to-wheel action, wet conditions. Could go to dry conditions, we'll find out what happens. But yeah, luckily, good news, we are back in the lobby, so everything is being sorted as we speak right here and right now, which is lovely to see. Yeah, so obviously, like you said, Red Bull doing very well today. That's what they need to help them in the lovely constructors today. Yeah, pretty much just, like I said, waiting to get everything ready and hopefully have a stable connection and not run away. But yeah, just playing the lovely waiting game as we love.
But going back to it, yeah, Dryball did look very good in quali, and so did TF10 Dorid. So yeah, be very interesting to see what his teammate in FRT Justin can do. Obviously FVR's all the two McLarens, probably not the best qualifying for them. Obviously BRT picker right at the back there, which is very unfortunate. 2D as well, they have very good qualifying by him in the other Red Bull. Yeah, so I think it's going to be very interesting, and obviously with wet conditions as well in Japan, you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. Obviously, top 2 or top 3 or top 4 could spin, and then it brings in someone else into it. But yeah, and is it going to be a fully wet race? You know, are we going to have? Is it going to be raining for half of it, and then it's going to start to dry out? That's another question that then brings up.
What could it be? What are you thinking, SJ?
Well, yeah, I'm a question, isn't it? Because then if it does dry up, then it changes the strategy. Then what do you do? Do you go full wets? Do you go inters? Then do you go onto the hards? Do you go onto the mediums? Do you push them as much as you can to then get to the softs? Yeah, as we know, obviously in F1 23, most of the tyre strategy is medium to hards. The softs do not go as long as you would expect them to. So yeah, there's a lot to look at. But yeah, the big one is what's the situation with TF10 Do It? Does he have the 5 grid place penalty? That's going to be the question.
Unfortunately, he won't. So that's not unfortunate. It's just, it's probably good for him that he doesn't have it, because obviously within this game, the way you get those penalties is if you're trying to give a place up to a driver that's on a quick lap, if you're off track, if you're on track, if you're coming out of pit exit, you know, backing off to let the driver through on the hot lap, within the game, it will just slam dunk you with a 5-second time penalty for like legit no reason. So if that happens, we have to get a lobby restart. So no, he won't have the 5-second time penalty.
Well, I reckon the drivers will be annoyed with that one. Yeah, no, if that's how it is, and yeah, like I said, there is a glitch with that problem. So yeah, and the problem is, isn't it? There's still problems. You know, we had equal cars, that was the big problem, and then now obviously it looks like there's a 5 grid place penalty glitch as well. It's just when are we gonna get it? When are we gonna get it fixed? That's the problem. It's quite frustrating.
There's also something interesting as well, which a few leagues do not know. So one I'm actually in, we're still using the player cars. So we're not using the team cars. But the reason why is if you do some very detailed testing, you probably see a few teams not mounting the curbs as they would normally, because, and this is a because part, it's really, really weird of how it works and why it happens. Within the team player cars, for example, Mercedes or McLaren, the curbs are different on the game. So it's basically saying some team cars can mount more curbs and do a lot more better hitting the curbs, but some team player cars can't, if that makes sense. So it's not about like the general like equal performance. It's just about you hit the curbs, some cars will be balanced, some cars won't be balanced. So I've heard there's a little glitch with that. That's the only thing I believe.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you just listened to what Flynn said. I was lost.
I know, it's a bit confusing, but that's what I got told in my previous league. The reason why I'll be using the player cars and not the team cars is because some teams, I think it's Mercedes, are the worst at hitting the curb or something. That's what they were saying. It's like Red Bull's fine at the top, AlphaTauri's fine, they're at the top. But yeah, it's a bit confusing. It's a bit of a weird one, because I was like, huh? What do you mean it's about the curbs? Like, I've never ever heard that in league racing before. A bug can be the general curbs. I've never ever heard of that before. So that's obviously a very, very interesting one. So yeah, we'll see how we get on for today's race. Like I said, it's not a massive issue for bug-wise, because everyone's probably still a bit scared to touch the curbs, wouldn't you say, SJ, after the aftermath of 2022?
Yeah, well, if you're saying obviously there is a problem, and yeah, then I would say then people are trying to keep away from it. But some of the tracks, you've got to ride the curbs, you know, you've got to try and get as much more time as possible as you can in qualifying or in the race. You've got to try to, and obviously some you don't. And before we even get started, there's one of the tracks this season is if you actually ride the curb, you don't turn, you go straight.
Oh yeah.
And it's so dangerous because and it's actually the same with Spain as well in Sector 3 with the new layout. Yeah, if you hit that curb, it goes fully straight. So don't ride it whatever you do. If you do, you'll find out one way or the other.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's Spain. I think it's Singapore. Singapore, Spain, Japan's one of them as well. Yeah, Spain, Japan, and Jeddah. Yes, Jeddah. Jeddah, a nightmare tracks. It's so dangerous at Jeddah. Like when you hit, I believe it's that double right-hander when you go into a high speed then a low speed corner, and you come out of it, you go straight and then right again, but you can come out of it, hit that curb, and just go straight on, which is really, really dangerous and not needed. And it has frustrated myself in league racing and a few other drivers. And yeah, Avatar, evening buddy, how we doing? Welcome on into the stream. Japan rain, yes, it is raining at Japan today, so quite exciting. We'll see how we get on. Obviously, dynamic weather taking a form of base of action. Obviously, some dry races for WOR for different tiers, but dynamic weather, it is raining for tier 3 today on console. So the start of the race could get quite interesting down to turn 1. Who could be late on the brakes in the wet conditions, we'll find out, as braking zones, tyre grip and track grip is going to be a little bit different like it normally would be within a dry track. So times also will be a little bit slower, and DRS will be disabled. So it will be about, I would say, battery saving, battery usage, and of course the big one, just general pace, race pace in the wet conditions. But we're just waiting until 39 past to get everything ready and set up, and yeah, we'll crack on.
Yeah, like you said, obviously, yeah, very interesting. Obviously, it'll be interesting to see if there's a room going to have a wet race, and loving to see your name is not disappearing off my screen at the moment, and you're locked and loaded. You're ready to go in the lobby as well, which is brilliant.
Touch wood, there were no issues, but we're going to get the lovely 5 red lights here at Japan today. Let's see what happens. It's 5 red lights and lights out, and away we go. And I'll tell you what, Dawid in the AlphaTauri gets a very good start against the Red Bull Atudi in P2, and there's a lot of positions happening left, right, and centre. Nino making up a position, Rev making up a position, Harvey and Pico in 13th and 14th. Now Pico's down to 15th, so there's a bit of a battle happening at the back of the pack, but a very good start for P1, and he maintains P1 for now. Let's have a look elsewhere very, very quickly, and I have left the session. I'm not even joking. We didn't get a quarter on the track. And I still got issues.
And we've lost Dara as well. Dara's. I'll take it away. Gets back, but yeah, a little bit of drama there with Dara. He is out of the race. Got a little bit of a colliding collision there at the end. Zuzo as well has dropped at the back, so position change is looking there. As you can see, places. Zuzo 10 places. That has not helped them. A safety car going a little bit further up. Made 1, Brandox has made 2, Zotz has made 5, Nino has made 1, ETA Agonize has made 4, Rev Caterpillar has made 1. Obviously his teammate FART behind him has made up 4 places. Luca made up 2, and grating hosts. And we've yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, I think looks like it could be a restart again, Flynn.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm having a look right now. I've seen nothing in the chat just yet. I've honestly got no idea what's happening today. This, like I said, this never happens to me, but I should be back in the lobby now. Hopefully. There we go. Under virtual safety car. And I can see everybody. I want to say, after we've got, like I said, a Williams DNF down in P18. Can I please stay in the lobby for a few more laps? It would be great to stay in the lobby to the end of this race. But no, SJ, it sounded like a crazy couple of laps, and I have disconnected once again.
Yeah, and I have no screen as well. So yeah, I do not know what is going on. I have been removed as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, unfortunately, as I hate to say it, maybe the stream unfortunately can't go ahead today with whatever's happening with the servers, with EA or on my end, but I'm really confused what it could be on my end. Like I say, I've never had this issue before, so I don't know how to handle it, I don't know how to take it, I don't know what to do, I don't know what I shall do and shouldn't do. So yeah, that's right, MK.
No.
But I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end the stream. Like I don't want to, but there's literally nothing I can do. It's out of my control, out of my reach. Also now out of SJ's reach because, yeah, it's going wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
Back in. I'm trying to join back in, see if I can get back in and see what's going on here. Yeah, I just got completely kicked out. So yeah, I'm back in the lobby,
I'll try one more
which is
time.
good.
I'll try one more. I'll join for one more blast to see if it will allow me. If not, then yeah, unfortunately we'll have to call it on the stream. So let's get into the lobby. I want to be in the lobby. I want to stay within the lobby. I want to race, not race. Obviously, I would like to race, but I would like to do some commentating as I'm meant to be doing. So I want to get into the lobby. I want to have a nice couple of laps, but I want to stay till the end of the race. That's what I'd like to do. If not, then yeah. Well, Avatar, it's Harvey, and normally Harvey's not a bad host. So I'm really confused to as what is happening. But we're back under racing speed, as you can see right here. Wet conditions at Japan. Drivers losing quite a lot of places. There's someone off the track in that zone now, down to P10 in the Haas. And a few more drivers losing positions left, right and centre.
TF10
yeah.
Dorit is all the way down in P17.
Oh, wow.
So the leader, all the way down, having to change the front wing, down into P17. 16 places. Biggest loss of the race from lap 3 out of 27.
I've left again.
And you've gone again.
I don't know what to do. I'll try not to get angry on stream. But it is quite frustrating, you know, like, you know, you're trying to commentate, but you've got these issues. So, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but we're going to have to close it and call dibs and end it on that one, because obviously I can't keep joining the lobby backwards or forwards, because obviously that'll distract the host, not the host, sorry, the racers, and the racers on the track. So, yeah. Been a bit of a disappointing one today for the stream, so I do appreciate everybody for watching and standing by. SJ as well for being by my side for an interesting, shall we say, a very interesting race, or well, not even a race, a qualifying session. Apologies for you being your debut and me not able to give you a full qualifying session and a reliable race, but like I said, out of my control. And bits and bobs like that.
No worries, my friend. I'm still seeing everything, and yeah, it's a shame. But these things happen, and yeah, hopefully I'll get the opportunity.
But yeah, we'll see what happens next time, guys. You've been awesome. Stay safe. Have a good one, and I'll see you guys hopefully next week for a more still race. I believe the race will continue. Yes. I don't know what's happening on that side, but I can't continue on my side because it's just not stable. I don't know why, but whoever the host is, like I said, unfortunately, it's out of my control, and it's just not stable, so I can't continue on my side. So, yeah, pretty disappointing into the stream, but we'll see you around next week. Take care, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye!